Okay, we say for Makwaba so aside ba na Joy TV and it is the say a good wholesome no the nyina so etimi de bro na bibia and so etimi aya kama and so etimi na local stories no metimi da bro na say the thing come tactical ocean move na foreign sports no ono so de nyina so etimi da bro na bibia and so etimi aya kama and so etimi da tactical ocean and so has intimanyu afide no and so enfafro ko Facebook YouTube na oso aboshim and na Joy TV na say update be fast sports no de nyina so ebetimi da bro na bibia and so etimi aya kama and so etimi da etimi jam na medama opinion ye fe no tactical ocean na ono so awuremu da gude hu nsem so etimi ocean bibia bako de
Omega yami adom ne mpa bo.
Ahode ho.
Yes, ahode ho.
Na de na Liverpool for ye.
Liverpool for na almost say coach referee na sisi omo.
Referee sisi omo say. When tinya was say.
Until say derby so dey derby.
Yeah, and also my boy I feel my who's and run my boy derby.
And so na Everton for no ball. My last match was our sports.
Yeah, so mo dey na ready.
Omo dey record bi ho no ma na omo say kwama omo ankasa mo coach. Waja umhoko yes say me ke wateta no bobo e ho no mti no mo fight e ya ma me ke wateta so ubitime be ya fam akoji league no ba si ade di
amba
ubitime aye ka ateta ne de league no ontimi nje
so sorry ne bibiri o
yes and also Champions League no yes almost say ne ma pop over teams ne say ne ma when say Tuesday no over 2.5 football match ni na enra two matches spent over 2.5 ball they are clean
0.5 na Atalanta de other encourage into the corner bra na oba e better na education.
All right, yes, I'm on Kwaba, be my family. I na Joy TV, so every as was I go promotion, some you do room near the foreign, near the foreign news, no everywhere. The only say Enra, you for Champions League matches, no at all from your baby. If you want to come as Sasuna, and there, when it's a Conference League playoff, and also a bit to me, Akoso Sasuna, I Conference League, and also playoff, and a bit to me, Akoso, and also you bit to me, and also a few come a dinner, and sign a modestia model in a bush about Christopher, a bit of tactical the ocean. Yes, Major was come, and my pequency be among America, say, Jumadi. No or person who be sponsor their number no any go as here come with my friend 050559872747 0559872747 obeba no be sponsor juma de ni abo wa juma ku bia won dawro kama e dem me free no so na me fa won ko endra match set off from na news and Celtic e tena fie share ba kwa ma team my friend Bayern Munich e be twi ye no e kam ye no no abrante friend Arcade enya go e ho sa so na papa ye friend no Olise enso enya gwa no so yede emunsam so ebrem ewodwumade no so kama onisa nraso final etna fieshe team my friend AC Milan e ka ba ko omantimi ante yes abrante ye friend Joao Felix o mekini derby enso enra wantimi anwene match na final de hye ba ko a AC Milan for no so antimi ante sa e ka no so e wo sa so na Monaco etna fi wanhye bi e ma Benfica e be hye e ka ba ko ho no ma ye yi sa ensam no so afri ho no enra Monaco game na abrante friend Mohamed Salisu the Ghanaian international ono so gina musi akan 90 minutes edima Monaco mudi nkuku e ka ba ko ho no ma omoso omantimi ante sa e kan Andra Club Bridge unse ball 5:30 na match no eto form mo hyemienu e ma Atlanta Bergamo eti e kan mu ba ko ho no ma no so e ye big blue edima Atlanta so mo ko away akolusu match no away e ye Andra Champions League playoff matches no ayeto form no ye ye fro unse matches na Andra eto form no next week e no e beto from Saturday and as Tuesday e ho no sa so na de eto from Tuesday no next week e beto from Wednesday e ho no so ye yi sa ensem na fro ye wuram ye nko Conference League no say ne playoff no so matches na beto for niamobo notify and as notable matches no e ma de only say ne gang e beto fi no atrons after Robertis no almost omodi esia na so na Copenhagen e be bottom my friend Hedingham we e matches na ene e beto from Conference League ni ewuram e Europa League ni muso dia say e na ACTA team my friend Fran Barros e beto fi no atrons after Victoria Plaza no omodi esia na so na FC20 e be Bodo Glems e o so na Union Sengalos e be Ajax Amsterdam Akma e be Galatasaray Roma ebe ko away no reporto eri akosi ani kama saso na Fenerbahce ebe tena fi no atono safre Anderlecht no almost omodi asi ani Poke ebe tena fi no atono safre FCSB no almost omodi asi ani Poke won ho na Babaraman osi akan kama ebe wuram Midlands so be tena fi no atono safre Real Sociedad no almost omodi asi nti wey eye Conference League ni Europa League matches a ene dadua ye be to form no ne ye free kama ye wuram ni enko Merseyside derby na enra big match na eto form yes enra Liverpool eko away on the team my friend Everton I can't see any ball na we no bi ahye ne yonko e kam yenu abrante a your friend Beto enya first goal e de team my friend no Everton on the 11th minute na Abrante friend McAllister ebete can assist by Mohamed Salah Gali na Mohamed Salah esabeye no 2 enema team a your friend Liverpool na on the 90+2 and Abrante a your friend Tarkowski ebeye no 2-2 e wo ho no ma nsendra ye ball match no on the 86 minute no near the ban of the match na dia Mohamed Salah Gali nemom Tarkowski ebenya equalizer no enema team friend Everton no yes a 10 year my Abrante friend Tarkowski no Abraham eje man of the match na ye de emunsem so Abraham away e line up Mohamed Salah no and as a team my friend Liverpool e dey start here Alisson Becker on the goal post ubenya papa friend Virgil van Dijk e wo achiri ho ubenya Kunate dia Szoboszlai McAllister Mohamed Salah Cody Gakpo Robertson and our papa friend Gravenberch and our papa friend Kodo Bradley omuno mugura mo start game no e dey man Liverpool na so e wie no yes na Liverpool for na team akobo draw e ho no ma unsendra komo we ni akomo atwim onto 9 points and so you say abeda ne 7 points for ho no ma Arsenal for na so a chance so metima be close gap na be Premier League no e no akoye asensebe yan ko hwe go na Tarkowski e she e dey take kala de ma Everton say ready a obetimi abo e dey amaye e ho no yan ko hwe sa go no. All right, I say go no enye ready. You ready ah? You be bo Eddie man. No say endra match no so fight ahodo pii. E cause we fight. No say endra referee no share na ben say can see no. Ya dey abana wi no 2 red card. E pii man. I say 3 red card. E pii ma Branta e friend Dakore. E di red card. E o sasuna papa e friend Curtis Jones. Nso e di red card. E o ho na den. E le ko fa red card. Papa e friend Dakore no. We say after the match o ko gina team e friend Liverpool for supporters na nim. E na all three o mo twetwe o na ho. E la Curtis Jones so bufu ya. O se da bi ya ba away na say wa be draw adi a ukojina anim ho yes no wa bet ha we e fight no and that so come no yenko hwe. Liverpool fans no yes papa friend Dakore ekojina anim ho no oteatem ha na Curtis Jones efiri achire be pia no say e di ntia wo yes okodidi fans na atema na say okoyere nti we ena ma entokwa ni si ya yes referee no gina finfini eto ayem ekoma Curtis Jones red card wo ho no ma wasa ma papa friend Dakore so red card and after that no uni say papa friend Anna Slot okoche referee no dey ehu yan say referee no atimi ayi red card so e dey ma head coach e dey ma Liverpool Anna Slot and also akoye emunsema akoye deja Liverpool for na say go no cry Everton for share na foul before ball no ekoto net into mo be call no ma ko tren krata e dey akwa ban mu say go na Everton for share na offside and say foul before that goal no so ye dey emunsema na no say Mohamed Salah Gali this season Abrante no gusu a oye record ahodo na isi a over English Premier League no ma yes players of match more goals no yes Mohamed Salah abeka ho bia also gusu a o make history now say this season so far so good player wako away abo matches do asaye provide more goals and assists no Mohamed Salah Gali waka ho bia no so ye den emunse mebro na Mohamed Salah no this season o hwe Ballon d'Or no obetimi age and asa o ntimi nje ye hwe anim say Liverpool ebenya good season o matimi age EPL no e dey assume na so asa konya Champions League no e dey assume na so Mohamed Salah ebetimi be first African player and I say since 21st century first African player obeje Ballon d'Or no bi asini nice so no so ebetimi ya dey be bo African football e me football no akona nima ye no so ye dey emunse mebro yenwram e wo Virgil van Dijk kunu so a captain fantastic e dey betimi friend Liverpool after the match no or the same way eko to just say match no yes na difficult match so we call Everton phone home no we call pick points na we say David Moyes so oba no modern so ani papa na we nsema only to just say match no fight na see you no na nka nse so mo market Jones red card because of say the Corey in the kan eko yes adede na Curtis Jones call yes e di ntia o yes adede no ti na nya red card e o yes say match no e dey Arsenal obesa ka for say match no referee no yes oni hwe obeka for referee no e modern anso ani crack nti o mo hwe anim say o metim dia company fu anim na o makoka say match no de e say referee no o mo twena so yes and then sama papa friend Virgil van Dijk o ya captain e dey you guy o na e say league table no say ni asi akoye Liverpool for no already kanyam or that's 57 points so as na Arsenal etosumi no o 50 points yes Nottingham Forest etosumi so no 47 points as na Chelsea e 43 Manchester City e 41 e high no so ye dey emu senti say 7 points no and the Edem Arsenal and Liverpool for no ntama ye hwe anim say Arsenal for no ebetimi abewura mu abeye bibia ye dey emu nsam so ebrem ewujumade na unse ndra UEFA Champions League match na top for papa friend Harry Kane the Kane master this season so far so good Abrante no more the most to any pop about 29 matches our team has 29 goals or provide 10 assists and in some free Hurricane the Kane master the England international the camp eba ye everyone come and after the match head coach and my team my friend Bayern Munich Vincent Company and in some to just match no na a tough match we Celtic for the come home and team ko pick 3 maximum points in the home the boys and actually say yes or more quality or more Champions League way and some papa your friend Vincent Company head coach and my team my friend Bayern Munich and the two just say likely say or mess at 10 things around or meet me as I ran no more money group stages of the Champions League and then some Vincent Company and the two Jayuram Thiago Motta who is a head coach and my team my friend Juventus who say nano when it's Tuesday no about Champions League match or team dim couldn't come you know what man or say this season 3 days be a mobile match 3 days be a mobile match until we a team na say unni solid midfield say be dim papa say obetimi akonka na so obetimi abo league no atima pe bibia opesa otoso yi ana o say nra o start West McKennie e o finfini wonum ade achia o timi start McKennie o be start Enasio because of say matches no e draws so ene obebo 3 days time obesa bo ene nsema Thiago Motta head coach ene matimi friend Juventus ere atuja na nra onu Atlanta eko away eko die nu ngwase e kamienu a omotemu ba ko after the match head coach ere ma Atlanta Gampero Gasplini and in summer to draw send match and a go now almost penalty in your penalty. Was say point for a municipal say be a ball no air corner. It was on the wrong direction. Bono say no or moon who they were paying for air bono penalty bia no magic area tiao penalty bia no magic penalty no then your penalty and then some Gaspero screening area to just penalty in there near one papa with me penalty way editor Atlanta and also ye area from your coach Spain national team camp on the Spain from national team coach or then some go to just papa friend Real Asensio yes Real Madrid for Akola no Gina Chile or Bobo short to clear boss or say likely so bit my friend Branton in the Spain national team collapse on Mayano and then someone also area to just bit my friend Branton I'm gonna be Gina Chile on the Pauku Basinum at maybe yeah Juma Spain national team and then some free Spain for also a camp eba yewram ewo Brazil when say Brazil players to our La Liga de Santander this season among the most two and year power pa the likes of Rafinha the likes of Papa Vinicius Junior only say Rafinha this season when you 25 matches or when you 24 goals our 15 assists that's not Papa Vinicius Junior and so about 30 matches or when you 16 goals 11 assists credit and the Brazil Football Federation is a monyaje so among ran team you know more Europe no amugu so amoko ko de mo various club and also ye isa and some fro yanko Chelsea the Blues the pensioners yes ye Chelsea for the company Nicolas Jackson or boy Nico Samson Nico senior man Nico who is a papa na kopeki injury then the injury no say ntia ye yana sa brand no or be miss more matches no be sa babiem unless say you run the month of April mu and say Nicolas Jackson atimi abamu abisi akan edema Chelsea na Chelsea nsensem na who is a Friday ye die ni medal china yes Thursday no Chelsea ejina kono obatia Brighton was abion who is a Chelsea say so mu close to gabo no kakra na china Chelsea etimi win match na yes on the Nottingham Forest points no ebetima be only 1 point difference and no any summer if Chelsea for no camp eba na Nicolas Jackson the same na coach o jina edema Chelsea Enzo Maresca say yes o play sir o metima replacing Nicolas Jackson yes papa friend Christopher Nkunku goals e won na anu ye papa person Nkunku enya ni dey o metima 2 goals and 3 goals edema Chelsea and then same if Chelsea the Blues the pensioners for no camp in room e wo Alexander Isak yes man on form this season over EPO no yi Mohamed Salah free wa we yi Lewandowski no and I say players who do pin free papa friend Alexander Isak and they work form papa na when na Paul scholars e dey atuja say Alexander Isak no onjin this Abrante na be bu na ketem akọ Arsenal onjin di kra Arsenal de enye team e say Abrante no e kọ na okosi akan ye ne nsem free ho e ba ye dey emunsam so ebro ni ewuram e was Saudi Arabia when say Saudi for no World Cup 2034 no omo no metimi a host no kama e wona wey e ye nsem Saudi for no e dey betuja we dey ahyibi ni mu papa Giovanni and papa ye frɛ no yes efonum ahye o mutim so mutim ko World Cup no bi almost no alcohol yes ye nton alcohol bia sa World Cup no be baso no yes 2034 no alcohol yes nti we Omega no say no muntimi nkobi Giovanni no muntimi nkobi Elom no muntimi nkobi omo mu hia alcohol wo mu nipadua nti o pese o ko World Cup no bi dia and the Jesus o hyeche alcohol no nipaduam ansa na wa ko nyesa kata de and as Saudi Arabia omo so omo allow any alcohol na wo no man no so ye di emu 70 we ye World Cup no ho nsensem na ye free wa kama ko ye ram e wa Atletico de Madrid no say Abrante ye frɛ no Femi Lopez o si akan e ma team ye frɛ FC Barcelona no yes teams that hold up P up and away and Atletico Madrid for somebody 40 million euros ebe PM FC Barcelona na makofa Femi Lopez no be si akan e dia ho a eno so ye yi sa ensem no so e dia free wa ye wuram Vincent Company uni so head coach e de ma Bayern Munich na the last 9 matches our bono papa na yire ne ho atima picking 9 wins yes ono so ye bona baso kama e ho no ma e Vincent Company season e start no na enkoyie kura 9 matches no watimi areni mu 8 the only loser onya it was against Feyenoord in the Champions League and oye di emunsem so ebre Vincent Company oguso a oye adwuma toto ne kama na we goalkeeper sa ye kire se hwan and wo be yin as a best goalkeeper ho Ike Casillas ho bi sa so na Manuel Neuer ho sa so na Buffon and Peter Cech goalkeeper see why na obetimi ayi ni so your best goalkeeper ho no obeyi hwan Ike Casillas no si akan edema Spain national team no wasabi si akan edema Real Madrid kakra sa so na Manuel Neuer yes German national team no oda so ho oye adwuma sa ginam edema Bayern Munich na papa friend Peter Cech or so Chelsea ono so si akan ye ko na ni ma po Chelsea didi nkruwa pi Champions League Chelsea general for the first time no na goalkeeper Peter Cech and ne wo goal post sa so na Buffon in Juventus or the margin nkruwa be brain goalkeepers way why and your best goalkeeper obetimi de comment no aba e comment section won e be jemre ni akenkan e dia ma kama I still on Idanajua TV on Facebook we subscribe your channel na yes also be YouTube one no akọ subscribe channel no yes na wa share no wa like no ma unua so anya bi ahwe ne ewuram e wo Paris Saint-Germain goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma or the nsem atudwade afa Leo Messi was it man Leo Messi e wo Paris Saint-Germain no awurade nyankopon embo humusuo se woni Leo Messi ebekwa ko ye training odo be kom rikabone wasinti odo de bia no mo ye training yes no person be kom Messi side no person be kom Messi side cause Messi no woni ne ye training America ntentem obe mo otu no ti Messi ne de word ne de sese wiase no opia ne honi mo oboche Leo Messi ne nsema yes da Roma e de atudwa ene so ye fro ye wuram Ousmane Dembele woni se Ousmane Dembele o former player e de team friend FC Barcelona ye ja Neymar Junior da Silva kwan so onkona ne yakofa Ousmane Dembele so amra me replace Neymar Junior no so oba there for the past 8 years now yes or your best player ever FC Barcelona Neymar Barcelona for amfa nidia na so obuo amana mu replacing with 16 years boy a friend Yami Yaman to not there for the past 8 years now Barcelona team no not your best player we Leo Messi through and then some Ousmane Dembele e dey atuja no say we no yebisa na say Champions League no herefore and our person we share was so person we share FC Barcelona waso person share Barcelona for no show mo papa no you mo free cause here wona Barcelona for money di no ye ne ya so no Ousmane Dembele e wo na replacing with 16 years boy nti na ya ni ngu asesem e de ma no Ousmane Dembele say see another form no wo mu no yes so person share FC Barcelona for no twi o mo ho kama ye ne nsema Ousmane Dembele e de atudwa e wo ye free o ne yanko America mamu dia yes Olivier Giroud unze wa buna ketin say bobo de ma Los Angeles e wo ho no man ra o mobilize o mo third jersey e fe papa he jersey na fe yes na FA unya bintoya no akopibia to we Olivier Giroud yes obunakete from AC Milan in Uromo Los Angeles for just way and this season almost amode ABC akanye e wo hodo say the Olivier Giroud on Messi no and e be hwi ani e wo hodo papa ye yi sa ensem so afro na we say Enra Santos for no yes Neymar Junior yes it's triam we see akanye Edema Santos now can see no we say na big match Santos against Corinthians. Now after the match, no, yes, you can share Neymar third game on a camera. A boom honoma and ye easy Neymar no say no. When you saw a star boy, I was Brazil man was starting the game no. I was Santos and I was like Corinthians match na no bono. Yes, na camera. I want na third game no this see can you ha. And also ye the emunsam so every ojuma the same floor. Yes, Uncle FC Barcelona for na camp unza Pau Kubasi or a dependable defender. And the FC Barcelona for this season Branton modern but so far so good or ye superb on the clearance. Tackle no and Barcelona for us derby aduane pa ofia oye enti o mo hwe anim so mest na Branton contract e dey 2030 yes we Pau Kubasi we betini nimfoni na to so dey ma me Pau Kubasi yes we after the Champions League no je sa award na this as best player in the Champions League no or je this na Pau Kubasi e be extend the contract e dey 2030 e ho person this cap of Branton ya yes 1 billion sika ebeprim 1 billion tize obetimi akota na wa urem e Barcelona for cap no akofa Pau Kubasi amana ko si agan Champions League playoff no we player of the week why and offer player of the week in Sekou Grassi osi akan enema team from Borussia Dortmund Sansona Vinicius Junior ewuramu biso e o Sansona Paladins esu ewuramu binti players 3 and 9 way why and auto abama say player of the week who say Sekou Grassi no onya 2 goals e o Sansona Vinicius Junior enya goal e o hono man and so ye de emunsam so ebrem e oduma de so this 2 players 3 players why and auto abama no make am de be Vinicius Junior e o hono man and so say and esite yewuram e o Emiliano Martinez and I say Martinez I will see a kind of team ya friend Manchester United unu say papa ye frɛ no for scholars and in same year Kotuja say even when he is fit he is not enough to win the Premier League and in sema papa no and Kotuja na papa from Martinez abeto to be edi ama papa yie papa say papa na wo kasa no say no ko gina Argentina national team nim kura ontimi mbo no no abo Argentina national team edi o akwaje World Cup no die ntia ontimi emfa yes team friend Manchester United NGEPO we reply Martinez edi ama papa na your friend for scholars no so o ka chere so no onye enough so betimi awin Premier League no we player papa from Martinez eri akoma papa na yeno so ye everyone man everyone here ko Corinthians one man who say papa from Memphis Depay yes Memphis Depay former player edema FC Barcelona former player edema Atletico de Madrid so ono so wabuna ketimo si akan e Brazil awon so bomba de Corinthians ntindra after the game on the Neymar Junior da Silva papa Neymar yes Memphis in Brazil league one the dadwin say betimi asi one the dadwin say betimi asi Neymar Junior and Memphis Depay no mujim for ini kama mo di promote to Brazil league na and also ye the emunsam so April yem free Brazil dia near by England yes Jamie Carragher who is Sky Sports pundit or the same to jay bisa Ballon d'Or no se sia ye year fine and na ode be man o se sia the Ballon d'Or ye year e Mohamed Salah Gali no doubt Rebel Lewandowski mo nkoda Rafinha na mo nkoda Yami Yamal na mo nkoda se sia the Ballon d'Or no e ya papa ye friend Mohamed Salah Gali ono na ye say the Ballon d'Or e man yem free o ne yenko Arsene Wenger or so ye former head coach at the my friend Arsenal the Gunners who so the same atudwa say see ane the opo bia or ye important figure e football mo Cristiano Ronaldo or see Ronaldo ni dey or ye important figure e football mo see Ronaldo no say the respect e man or sometimes a man for kasa no more can assist didn't how they assist e be compare striker o gina ni mo so on she goals Ronaldo no ye mfa assist and compare no o person dey be compare Cristiano Ronaldo dia na ye goals because of sin Juma e ye goals nye na Juma so be provide assist the ane sama papa friend Arsene Wenger e dey atu just Ronaldo ni dey this season as we see nyina no e say ye name Ronaldo as the best player in the world and then sama Arsene Wenger no e dey atu dwa ho no nyina we so and as yemfa we entwe unu say ne Cristiano Ronaldo na ye kan nsen ene e match bebo e big match papa ko Saudi Arabia on Al Hilal e dey besi ani wo ho no ma enye easy ntine e 7 p.m. sharp CR7 the fans ni na mumbom chuku na monko Saudi Arabia na monko support Cristiano Ronaldo ene unu so ogina kono the match against Ivan Toney the match against Ferran papa your friend Mares no mu nyina e wo hodo ma nti na stadium money e be provide access e dem Ronaldo ama na she go we e me correct square me dem mount say o tie me o betimi akotwa yes Cristiano Ronaldo to score stadium money to assist and then sema yes a free Saudi Arabia league no so e ba ye ntina eno so ne emfa ensem ni nyina ensia no omega 1 Elisha say onfa afistem no emre ye dia me say edino ensisa e bosheba Christopher bet from tactical the ocean na me cause o pese ye bo yes oniema wo ton hu dawro ma wo dia na ma ne da yes ubetimi afre 0559872747 yes ni abone ma bia woton no dawuro ama Kofi Chofani na no de papa de obeka bia o se ma ten pe ene umi no metias because of say na no de ntino no te ubetimi de oniama na ba Kofi Chofani e be jemre no aboho dawuro kama ama na ma no e de da se efo kama 0559872747 now de abane aboho dawuro ma lasha say omega 1 over to you for your afi
Abadma, papa. Okay. My main na me for Lucas Torres no, and so intimate fambro na Bibia, and so intimate kama, and so intimate ma. The thing come and I say Tatica Ocean. Now what thing so no Eurema or the Lucas and I say foreign Indian and so it me by Omega me the Lucano and so it me the brona Bibia and so it me come na ko remu na Indian komoso and freeness opinion your friend Alasa Yusuf and so on Alasa Yusuf Kumobi and so at a bit to just say, oh, say, oh, Ghana Premier League, no, let's say, players are more educated, and so a mamma jebe, that's 1,800. Yes, a players are most educated is Kakasiano, and so 1,800. I made that one seminar, so 8 minutes or so a bit me 400, 300 cities. That's a 400 cities. Now, Ghana Premier League, Pana, OJ 400, 800 Ghana cities. Now, what they say they are to boot, what they say that first had a money fee, and you know, I know I am command opinion, Yusuf, Alasan and so edit to jam that one seminar so it's me at the basa opinion voice are you ready and court na incutin sima opinion your friend Yusuf Mohammed and so it's me kind
that salary and that is very very bad and these salaries I cannot mention on radio on air that they are very very outrageous.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you that what's the highest you have heard a team pay a player, and the lowest you have heard?
We've had lowest as low as 400 Ghana cedis, and as high as 18,000, 20,000 Ghana cedis.
He's correct.
400 Ghana cedis.
Yes,
he's correct. I've heard 15,000.
Yeah.
For a player.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a foreign player.
Been no. There's been even 20,000, 21,000, and this maybe I have to mention the clubs so that they know that they are doing a good job. Also for Asante Kotoko.
Correct.
For Mediama, sometimes they've come close to such figures. They are doing.
And there's some of them are paid 400.
Yes. 400, I won't mention names.
Yeah. The entire.
Inti eno ensema opinion ye friend Yusuf Abdullah anase Alaksan enso edituja me don nsem nyina enso etimi ede ba na nkomo ne de pina enso na enkopemu enso ewo opinion ba kwa ono so eye former efe no empanyimfo ba ko enso de nkomo bi enso de betuja ede fa insu atre incident na enso etimi si na o se nkomo ekoso na ese ye hwe Ghana isi ye league no na ese ye security na ese committee no enso some of the Kotoko committees now mo ankasa eden komo bi enso de afa poliwo no oni ntina maame leader don kono enso ebetimi ebekasa 70 nkuti asema opanyin so etimi ekan.
I speak to you, and if you allow me, I'm going to put down names. Don't forget that statements have been taken. There are witnesses and there are also suspects. And in all the statements that have been put out, all right, they all attest to the fact that this incident did occurred outside the stadium.
Okay.
So if even it happened within, if it even happened within or without, I think the most important thing for us to look at is ensuring that these things does not happen again. Now, if even Madam comes out to say that this can happen outside the stadium, it means that going forward, in doing deployment, we ensure that we deploy within and without, and add certain radios, around the stadium.
Eno nkoma opanyino so edi tuja me don nsem nyina enso etimi ede bana yenkopiem enso opanya ye friend Eric no ono former chese general manager enso edman so etreman na ose na incident ne ba ya opanyino so etimi je adwuma ne to no ono so etimi edi nkomo enso etimi da fasas ne nkuti esema opanya ye friend Eric enso edi tuja former manager enso etimi
some family reasons I needed to be much more closer to the family. I decided to leave and come back to Accra because I thought doing 8 hours between Swatre and Accra every other 2 weeks wasn't too healthy for me.
Okay.
Sometimes you had to come with public transport and all that. It wasn't too healthy. We are growing.
Yeah.
So you can't keep doing. You can't keep doing.
A young family.
You can't keep going. And the road is not too good. You can't keep driving, and sometimes you would have to come by the 9 bars. And you sleep off, you don't know who is taking you home and all that.
Eno nkoma opanyino so edi tuja me don nsem no so etimi edi bre na opanyi Eric na wasa di nkomo enso etimi da fa kumasa sante kodoko enso ene hasu folk amu demander amoso etimi ma GFA ene efe ni nyina se amu make sure say security no enso betima tight enso etimi da kumasa sante kodoko enso ene hasu folk ni nkuti nsema opanyi friend Eric enso edi tuja.
We started the league season. Unfortunately, along the line, just a game into the second half of the season, someone has to lose his life. It's something nobody wishes for, because as a journalist going to cover a game, it can happen to you. Me as an administrator, can happen to me. The ordinary fan out there, it can happen to anybody. It's a very unfortunate situation. But to say that in the middle of the season, if we really know the statistics in terms of policing in Ghana, look, some of the things we are asking for, they are not doable.
They're asking for 100 police.
I nkoma opanyino so edi tuja me don nsem nyina so etimi ede ba na yenkopiem enso opanya efen Jerum na ese ochre enso etimi edi nkomo enso etimi da fa Ghana na ese ye disciplinary committee no na opanyino nkoma odini nyina no yenko na yenkoti nsema opanyino so etimi ekan ese Ghana na ese ye committee no enye touch na enye reality yenko na yenkoti nsema opanyino so etimi kan.
Was it yesterday or this morning that Accra Lions have been cited for
they've been fined 5,000.
You see, the disciplinary committee of the FA, they are not in touch with reality. They are not. And that is why there will be problems like what we are seeing. Everything Accra Lions put in their statement is being played out. What is happening, the family of Pole should forgive us, is a testimony of the things Accra Lions said. So you punish them for what? What are they punishing them for? For making
uncomplimentary opinion Jerem Ochre and so editu jam me don nsem nyina so etimi ediba na yenkopimu na yendi nkomom enso fa opinion Jamel na se Garobe enso etimi edi nkomo enso etimi da fa Ghana a league na ye bona any sponsorship no opinion so etimi edi nkomo enso etimi da fa na esema opinion no enso etimi kan se no Ghana nkasa na yenye league na ye bona nya sponsorship na enso atrewe asemwe se bom no ebe din se Ghana yeso betima nya sponsor mana be sponsor Ghana league ni kuti nsema openya ye fe no Jamel enso etimi ekan.
So it does, the negativity does affect us trying to get partners and sponsors for the league 100%. So we also know when to go and when to approach and when not to approach. So at the moment we're not approaching any new partners. Those partners that we were talking to support the Premier League, we're still in discussion with them, you know, and most of them understand, and you also have to let them understand that the game is emotional. That's why it's passionate, right? People love it so much. Hence, what has happened is all part of the passion, right? So, if they can't leave us in the dirt or in the dry, I mean, it doesn't show love, it doesn't show patriotism. So, if there's an incident or things are not looking well, do you leave us alone? Then who's going to fix the problem, right? Rather, the company, we explain to the company that that's why we need you to show the whole world and Ghanaians that
listen. Opinion so edi to jam. Me don nsem nyina so etimi edeba na yenko na edi nkomo so emfanfa kumase asante kotoko enso na mpanyimfo no enso de krata enso etimi da babonten se opinion a ye fe no na Napoli a ono so nya ni ba bi ekoye no mo supporter no na se mo de da mo so betimi edi na watweda no enso etimi ede aba out me don nsem no enso etimi na eda no enso ekosere da date ne 16 February 2025 year January ana opinion so betimi aye na watweda me don nsem nyina so etimi de na watweda no enso ebetimi etodwa nyame ya adoma na se betodwa okumase na se 16 February na sa adwumade no enso ebetimi akoso enso okumase amede wonsem no enso etimi ediba 6 to 6 na adwumade no enso ebetimi akoso amede wonsem nyina so etimi ediba na yenko na ndi nkomo enfamfa openya ye fen lawyer kwaku eho na lawyer kwaku akansem bi enso etimi da fa commenter amoso comment edifa DCOP leader donko ho ensema ono so ebekekan no yenko na yenko ti ensema openyi no so etimi ekan. There's a voice no so 8 minute radar na eno voice nye radar ye radar e born kama enso etimi da ma na bibia enso etimi aya kama enso etimi da ma na yenko na yendi nkomo so etimi fa na so openya e fan John na se ansa ho ono gaka president na openyi no enso etimi edi nkomo enso etimi da fa presidential cap yeso Ghana ebetima abono so se mpanyifo enso make sure so menye baby na amoso etimi anase arrangement no amoso etimi ne kama na enye baby ebe host league no na bibia so etimi aye kama enso enkuti ensima openya e John ansa enso erituja.
There is no much time for us, especially within our first assignments. You know, we have a new president in the country too as well. As to how he can meet our program is another issue. You know, we always play the President Cup the 5th of March, and then the next day should be independent. He has a right to choose where he wants us to have that competition. And so we have to go through all those things. That is another one thing that will be immediate tax that we have to tackle. Thereafter, we have to be looking for good sponsors for GACA. Look, our clubs, if I watch the television and we complain, we should have the right to complain. That is correct. But sometimes it helps us also to know what qualities are we getting, what is really happening with our teams.